Hey folks. Today there's a new video out, isn't there? So yeah. There's a new PCG theory video out. So I should say, hello internet, welcome to Paper Computer Games, the show where we react to theory videos about paper computer games. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I messed that up. But hello. Today we are going to there's the new PCG theorist. Oh, hey, look, PCG theorist is in chat. Look at that. Look at that. Wait, hold on. You can't see my screen. Now you can. Wait. It's the wrong screen. PCG theorist says maybe there's a new video. I don't know though. I definitely do not know about a new video. Oh, well. I guess we're all gonna find out, because it seems like there is a new video. Evidence suggests, but hey, that's just a theory. A paper computer game theory. Oh, hey, it's Anstaree. Hello, welcome. It's been a while. Hey, Zach, long time no see. Indeed. Oh, hey, Tyrone. Hello, welcome. We are hanging out, so feel free to hang out with us. We're gonna be reacting to a video, which is like from a new channel, which is called PCG Theory. You know, it's kind of like game theory, but making theory videos about paper computer games. So we're gonna react to that. Anstaree says, "How's it going?" It's going really well. Having a good time. Having a good time at work. Working a lot. Doing PCG videos a lot. How's it going for you? Tyrone says, "Greetings, Toverish." What does Toverish mean? I have not heard that term before. Sketchy Penguin says, "I changed up the theory slogan a bit." Interesting. Well, we're gonna find out all about that. So to do that, let's actually go and visit the This is showing the wrong window, isn't it? Dang it. Hold on. Display capture. Display 2. Yeah, okay, there we go. Anstaree says, "Good, high school is slowly eating away at my school. That sucks." Sorry to hear that. But I mean, yeah, I guess high school will do that to you. Will eat away at your school. Not that I would know, especially. I've never been to high school, so can't really comment on that. But I've heard bad stories. I've heard stories about high schools. All right. So, are we gonna do this thing? Let's do this thing. Yeah. Wait, that's my stream, isn't it? Whoops. Oh man, I gotta stop doing that British thing, or else I'm gonna get clipped again. Dang it. Tyrone says, "Tovarish is a term that was used in the Soviet era of Russia. It meant teacher. Everyone was a teacher. It was an acknowledgement of your humanity/equality. Fascinating. I like it." All right. Well, thank you for explaining this to me, Tovarish. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm most definitely not. Hey, Yak, welcome. How's it going? Okay, so yeah, how do I find this video so I can actually react to it? And by the way, Anstaree, yeah, you haven't been around for a while. I still want to finish I still want to play the third whatchamacallit game, the Tenebris / Myrmidon series. Didn't I have a series name that I forgot? For those not in the know, Anstaree made a series of paper computer games called Tenebris, and the second game was Myrmidon, and they were really good. And I want to play the third one. But I mean, I guess if high school is slowly eating away at your school, I can understand if that's kind of difficult to do. But yeah, so let's go into our subscriptions. It's here somewhere. Oh, there we go. It's right at the top. I just totally missed it. All right, we're gonna react to this, you guys. Is that how this is gonna go? We gonna react? What do you guys think? And Sorry says, yeah, I think it was called the Weather Spirits trilogy. Awesome. Let me wiki that right now so I don't forget it. Wait, let me see if it's already exists. Myrmidon? No, it doesn't look like it. All right, let's just like add a wiki article on this. Oh, Tyrone says it's pronounced Tovarish. Okay, Tovarish. All right, thank you, Tyrone. And Sorry says, oh wait, I just realized I meant to say high school is slowly eating away at my soul. That does make more sense. But I imagine it's also eating away at your school. I mean, you never know. So Ram says Zach watches soaps exposed. I mean, no comment. Logan Veal says, hello, sorry I joined late. What did I miss? Nothing. We're just getting started. We're going to react to this. But first, we're going to create a new article about the weather. That's not how you spell weather. Weather Spirits Trilogy. All right. We're creating this article. Okay. The Weather Spirits Trilogy is a series of PCGs by Ansari. And we're just gonna list the games. It's Tenebrous, Myrmidon, and Untitled Third Game. You can replace that once the game is actually released, and bam. We're going to put this in category Ansari and category series. No, not series 1, characters, series. And save. All right, and we've got an article. Good enough for now. Y'all can fill that in with more information if you like. Okay, so back to business. So yeah, we're reacting to PCG theory. So yeah, if you guys are familiar with game theory, PCG is like game theory, but for paper computer games. All right, that is the context here. All right, and this is their very first theory video on if Ginkis is a god. So I'm just gonna react to this. I'm gonna try and like take you through some of the lore of, you know, like he's gonna comment on the lore, so we're gonna watch that. You guys can watch along with me. I do recommend you watching this as well, and giving it some, you know, attention like directly, so to help it with the algorithm, which I think that would be good because this is a really cool channel and I want to support it. And Sorry says, whoa, the PCG theory video, really interesting. Nice job, Takechi Penguin. Yeah, I know, right? So Ram says, you already watched the video though? Yeah, but I didn't make a video reacting to it yet. So now I'm gonna, you know, I want to talk about it, yo. I mean, plus you catch things the second time around, right? So yeah, let's do this. Okay, so this is about Ginkis. Ginkis, for those not in the know, Ginkis is a character created by me. I will, you know, he's this guy, he's this dude with a staff, but he's kind of mysterious, like, right? Like, what's his origin? He's been in a bunch of PCGs, but where'd he come from? You know, it's kind of mysterious. So let's react to the video. Let's find out. And Sorry says you got to get the whole analysis down and write a 5-page report. That is right. That is how things are done. Sketchy Penguin says, hopefully I didn't get any important lore wrong. I don't think so. I mean, nothing. I mean, I don't think there's anything major. Maybe some like minor points. I don't like, and a lot of those are things that aren't really public. So I mean, is it really wrong if I just had lore in my head and I just haven't put it on the wiki? Like, I don't think that even counts as wrong. So anyway, we'll go through and we'll talk about each piece of lore, like, bit by bit. Or we're going to discuss. Tyrone says hindsight is 2020. Yes, indeed it is. All right. So let's start this video and react.
Hello, everybody.
So right off the bat, I'm a fan of the intro.
Welcome to PCG Theory, the show where we take a deep dive into PCG lore. I'm your host, Sketchy Penguin. Now, since this is episode 1, let me introduce you to the show before I begin with my theory. Let's see now. Oh yes, this is the PCG Theorists, a channel all about learning the secrets of the PCG universe.
Skip ahead a little. Whoops, little.
I stumbled upon
What? Did not mean to go to the next video.
every 2 weeks with exciting new theories that'll get you thinking. And
Music is a little loud. Well, I mean, I can't fix that. Music is not on my end.
hopefully inspire you to make more games so we have more theory content.
Yeah, inspiring people to make more games.
For inspiring this channel, subscribe to it if you haven't already. Well,
Thanks for the shout out.
I think I've explained it pretty well, so let's get on with the video. Quick heads up, there are spoilers ahead for The Last of the Zeralda and Genesis.
DGR, no way.
So the other day, Zach
What's DGR?
suggested I should make a theory video about Genghis. I wasn't sure what to make the video about first, but as I started looking into the iconic PCG character, I learned there was a lot to him that we didn't know.
Oh yeah, criticizing myself. Right. I didn't realize that was you that said that, Sketchy Penguin. I thought that was like Yak for some reason that said that.
Content for a theory video, don't you think? Well, I thought so anyway. Okay, let's get into it. Firstly though, for those of you who are new, let me explain who Genghis is anyway.
Yeah, let's explain who Genghis
Known by
is.
most as the king of the Zeralda.
I dig this Genghis art, by the way. This is, it's very lore accurate, and it's also just cool looking. I am a big fan, and it's me as Genghis. Awesome. I thoroughly approve.
A nation on the planet Shri. He is a magical Shri human with a powerful staff, and he ruled the people of Shri well. He even aided in the creation of a famous being known as Balzac Globotron.
I must say, this is Yak Games' art of Balzac Lobotron. Awesome. Looks so cool.
Who considered Genghis
Yak says, Zach, I love the thumbnail, by the way. Thank you.
his dad, since Genghis powered him to life.
Probably one of your most eye-catching thumbnails to date. Yeah, I'm thinking like thumbnails where, like the whole like having a person be in the thumbnail seems to be a catchy thing. I mean, it's something I'm kind of lazy to do a lot of the time because I don't like after you've just spent all this time filming a video, you don't want to also photograph yourself going like, but this time I felt it was appropriate because it's a reaction video, so, and Starry says PCG theory commentation plus stick hand beats. Yeah. What's the PCG theory logo? This logo right over here. It's just like the game theory logo, but with Zuvak's head in it. The channel icon, yeah.
Genghis was betrayed by his own scientists, who armed a small rebellion known as the Croton with futuristic technology. The Croton won, and their
maybe a super minor point there. Genghis was betrayed by his own scientists. That is basically correct. But the scientists were technically independent and just working with him. They're part of a group called New Labs. Let's see if I can I feel super pedantic for even mentioning this because even if you're completely familiar with this, saying it in a theory video is perfectly fine. You don't have to explain every single point. It's okay. as a science communicator, I have to, make that kind of simplifications all the time. But yeah, I don't know. That's just worth a mention, I guess. Wait, it's not New Labs. It's Future Labs. Huh. Man, I really never made an article about Future Labs. Well, that's a major oversight on my part. The technology was developed on the planet Shanxi by Future Labs working with Ginkis. So yeah, it's like, regardless, he was betrayed by scientists he was working with. So, Sketchy Penguin says, feel free to criticize my video so I can improve for future videos. Excellent. Thank you, Sketchy Penguin. That's a good attitude to have. I will try to think of any suggestions I can think of.
Ginkis was thrown in prison. He managed to escape with the help of Zubak and returned to his throne, where, with no options left, creating a stasis field around it for 1,000 years.
1,000 years.
Nothing could get in or out, and he was completely unconscious.
Yeah. I feel the need to add an illustration. Did I put a picture of this up here? The Ginkis Capitol building. So like, I guess I didn't put the good picture up here. Oh, but wait, but I did though, because if I go to Balzac Globotron, and there's a gallery here that has every screen of Balzac Globotron for some reason. I don't know why or how I made myself do this. But if you go to the part of it that's set on Shri, like here is the illustration of Ginkis's tower in the force field. It's like, yeah, here's the actual building itself, and then here's where the force field is, and like all these wavy lines, that's like the energy, force field around the building. But yeah, that's Ginkis's tower. 1,000 years after his kingdom fell, and this one Capitol building is just force fielded off, and now the evil Croden are ruling the planet. That's one of their ships, doing like searchlights looking for like rebels or whatever. This up here, I mean. But yeah. Sketchy Penguin says, I already have my next theory video planned. Ooh, I wonder it's gonna be. And Starry says, 1,000 years. I know, right? It's quite a jaunt.
Most of Ginkis's power comes from his magic staff he holds, but he also has the ability to shapeshift, which he has been known to do. He can fly and create force fields. He has even been known to appear in other universes.
Now, I will say, I have been very vague about what Ginkis's power exactly is. What he can do, like just any old time, what he can do because of the staff, and what he can do, like only in certain circumstances. I do have plans to clarify that. But I think this video does a good job of looking for clues and correctly figuring out. Well, we'll get to that later. Sketchy Penguin says, I wish I would have added that art to my vid. Oh, man. Unfortunate. I'm pretty sure the wiki says some of his powers. Oh, cool.
And create force.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does say some of his powers. But, I mean, I think I was super vague about when he can use those powers and whether they're because of the staff or whatever. I mean, yeah, I don't know. And Starry says that maybe Ginkis's real power is the friends he made along the way. Well, that is definitely the case.
He has even been known to appear in other universes.
This is Pokemon Ginkis. This is Professor Ginkgo from the Pokemon universe, from Pokemon Stop.
He can possibly travel throughout the multiverse. A telltale.
He can travel throughout the multiverse, you say?
Sign of godlike properties, if you ask me. You're probably wondering where I'm going with this. After all, so far I've pretty much just rambled about a magical space wizard. Well, if you stay tuned, you're about to find out.
Yeah, magical space wizards.
So, the first place I decided to come for information was obviously the PCG Wiki, where I learned some things about Ginkis I didn't even know yet. much more to Ginkis than the wiki page described. Many questions were left.
And sorry, it says Professor Oak Ginkis. Yeah, right? Technically, his name is Professor Ginkgo. Because, see, like, every Pokemon professor is, like, named after a tree. So, like, you know, the Ginkgo biloba tree. You know, I don't know. I thought it made sense.
In the article, meaning Ginkis' full history was not recorded. Now, at first glance, that wouldn't be enough evidence to just go ahead and say Ginkis is a god.
True.
But upon further reading, I discovered many more clues, starting with one made at the beginning of time. Now, Ginkis' history supposedly starts in Babel with a man named Industria, who became one of the 7 counselors of Babel. When Castidas converted the inhabitants of Babel to Umbrians, Industria also became an Umbrian. Industria became very lazy and slothful, and he was known as his sin, sloth. Most of Sloth's powers were divided among the birds in the city. He encountered Adam, who gave him feathers from birds who had his power. Unfortunately, he killed Adam instead of helping. Adam saved game.
Yeah, that was super annoying. I'm like playing this PCG because like you in that game you play as Adam, and you know you find Ginkis. Like Ginkis looks like, well, it's not, you know, it's Industria / sloth, but but like, yeah, you find like sloth looking like this. You know, it's like obviously Ginkis, only, you know, like without the wings, and it's like she's like super weak, and it's like, oh, please help me get my power back. Like, and you find out you have to get the feathers to get her power back, and so through like a huge part of the game, you're like trying to find these feathers. You have to find feathers from birds all throughout the city and bring them back to her, and it's such an annoying, a hard task. And then you do it, and then she just kills you. And there's no point to it. It's a pointless side quest. It's a dead end. So it's like, you know, I was like, you know, so yeah, I saved game and kept trying to like be like, okay, so why are you doing that? And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I would never hurt you. You're my friend. And I'm like, okay, but just a second ago, you killed me, and then I saved game. And she's like, I don't know. I would never do that. Sketchy Penguin says, wait, Ginkgo is named after a tree? Yeah. Yeah, you know it. Ginkgo biloba tree. Ginkis is not named after a tree, but Ginkgo is named after a tree. It's just a really good coincidence that there was a tree that sounds enough like Ginkis. PCG Theorist says, I love how Zach is pogging in the thumbnail for this live stream. Thank you. So Armram says, I'll have to watch the stream again because of the buffering. Oh no, that sucks. And Story says, when the side quest is long and tedious but kills you after. I know, it's the worst. Okay, so let us proceed.
And didn't trust Sloth again. According to the PCG wiki, Ginkis and Industria share similar tragic tales, meaning that it is possible that Ginkis is some form of reincarnation of Industria.
True. I mean, both Ginkis and Sloth, I mean, obviously they both have the staff, and also both of that, I mean, like they are intended to be versions of the same character. Like that is definitely the case, but like what their in-universe connection is a little bit murky so far. Like in both cases, their sin is sloth, right? Like Ginkis is, you know, should be helping his people, but instead he seals his tower off in a force field for 1,000 years, and he's just kind of sleeping while meanwhile, you know, the evil Croton are like, you know, torturing and just like doing horrible things to his people this whole time. And, you know, like Ginkis has like good reasons or whatever, and, you know, we're going to find out more about that. But either way, you know, if there is a criticism to be made of Ginkis, it's that, you know, there's 1,000 years of all this horrible stuff happening, and he wasn't there to stop it, you know? Not that he could have stopped it. I mean, obviously, they overpowered him. They overthrew him. But even so, you know, he wasn't there. for 1,000 years, you know. So Sloth, the Umbrian version, you know, similar thing. Like his city Babel is, you know, as Industria is falling apart, and he has the power to stop it, and he doesn't do it. And so yeah, and as a result, he turns into an Umbrian. And even the part where to get his full power back, you have to gather the feathers. That is also a parallel to regular Ginkis. So yeah, it's interesting. The Sketchy Penguin says, wow, I'm learning so much more stuff in just this video, and I'm now realizing how many things are wrong with my theory. Well, you know, hey, that's the thing about theories, you know? I mean, you make them without perfect information. You're going to get some stuff wrong just because you don't know everything, you know? I mean, a lot of this stuff, you know, I haven't put on the wiki. I haven't put it anywhere, so what you going to do? Angry KP says, Zach, you look like Mandalorian's real face. Thank you. I don't know. I haven't seen The Mandalorian, so I don't know what his face looks like. Okay, so let's proceed.
Now this all sounds very godlike already. Firstly, if Ginkis is a reincarnation of Industria, he must have some kind of extreme power in order to have reincarnations. Secondly, if he was actually Industria, who is a very powerful being, that would add to the evidence. The wiki says that from there, not much else is known, and it is not apparent what becomes of Ginkis from there. But if Ginkis was one of the 7 sins, there is no doubt he was a powerful being before he was the King of Shri.
Interesting hypothesis.
But I don't believe Ginkis is a reincarnation.
I don't believe Ginkis is a reincarnation. Interesting.
Explain. Now, the Greek word for sloth is acedia, or apathy, meaning lack of interest, enthusiasm, or concern. So if Sloth was lazy and void of emotions, how was he reincarnated into such a benevolent being? That's when I knew I wasn't going in the right direction.
So that is an interesting point. Sloth in exile is not a good person. I mean, you know, both Ginkis and Sloth, like I said, they do both have that same. You can criticize them in both in the same way. They are both slothful. They are both, you know, lazy, or, you know, like they, well, maybe not lazy, but, you know, both of them weren't there when their city needed them. However, as, you know, Sketchy Penguin is pointing out here, one of them is trying to, like, does kill you when she gets her power back, and the other one doesn't, is a good guy, you know? I mean, you can criticize him that he wasn't there, but it was for good reasons, and he ultimately wants to help his people. So, yeah, this is a good question Sketchy Penguin is bringing up. Why, you know, like, if these are the same person, how can that be? Why is one bad and one good?
Firstly, there isn't enough evidence to back it up. And secondly, there's too much lore missing that just isn't possible to piece together. So, I decided to take a different approach. So what if Ginkis was created as a test? What if somebody equally or more powerful created Ginkis to determine how somebody would become given the situation?
Interesting. Kind of like SimCity, kind of like a simulation of a person. Like, well, let's create a person and put them through a bunch of weird experiences and see how they're gonna react to it. Oh man, Yak's gotta go. All right, thanks for joining, Yak. Have a good one.
Sloth did become lazy and useless because he had immense wealth and didn't need labor anymore. And if Ginkis is as powerful as he seems, then only the god of the PCG universe himself would have more power than.
Maybe. I mean, that depends how powerful Ginkis is, right? I mean, and we also don't know. I mean, there could be very powerful beings in the PCG universe. So I don't know. There might, you know, it's hard to say on that one.
According to the wiki, it says that it is likely that Ginkis has been around since the beginning of time. However, my theory is that Ginkis is one of God's sons. The other one
Interesting.
is a man named Nezareth. Let me
Ooh, Nezareth.
quickly explain who he is. You see, Nezareth was a powerful warrior said to be also seen at the beginning of time. and a sworn enemy of Genghis.
By the way, let me just say that the editing here is really good. I'm like, I'm liking the animation. You know, this video is like very engaging to watch.
So, if Genghis is God's son, maybe Nezareth is God's other. According to the wiki, there were giant statues of Genghis and Nezareth in ancient times, meaning that Genghis and Nezareth, God's two sons, were likely worshipped back in the Babel days.
I have to quibble with that point right there, because I know that is my fault for not like making this connection super clear, but like the fact that the fact that there's like statues of Genghis and Nezareth back in the Babel days, I mean, that's the same time as like Industria would have lived, so it's very possible it's just statues of them. I mean, I wrote on the wiki, like when I wrote on the wiki that there's statues of Genghis and Nezareth. I mean, that is true. It is a little bit weird now that you mention it, but like, okay, let me lay this out for you guys. All right, you guys with me? I don't know who's actually. Wait, is this at the top chat instead of live chat? Let me fix that. I meant there were statues of Industria and Nezareth. Ah, yeah, gotcha. All right, that makes more sense. But yeah, like, so Pierre's two PCGs. The first one is called Genesis, and the second is called Exile. They're like, one is like takes place right after the other, right? It's a direct continuation of it. And in Genesis, you don't know anything about the world, about Babel yet. You know, you're just locked inside a tower. And in there, you find the statues of Genghis and Nezareth, and it's like, whoa, how did the people back here know about them? So that's when I wrote on the wiki, you know, like that, you know, there's statues of Genghis and Nezareth at the beginning of time. But then in the second game, you learn about Babel, and you learn that there's Nezareth, and like you learn about Industria and all that. So yeah, anyway, let's continue.
But why is Nezareth so angry at Genghis? He does mercilessly hunt down modern-day Genghis, so there must be a
good question.
Reason for the hatred.
True.
My theory is that Genghis and Nezareth lived with God in his kingdom. Genghis was God's favorite son, and Nezareth hated him for it, always starting fights and getting in trouble.
Jealous brother. I like it.
Finally, God, sick of the constant fighting, banished Genghis and Nezareth to Earth, specifically to Babel, where God stripped them of most of their godlike properties. After the Babel event, both became upbringings. Genghis became sloth, and Nezareth became the sin of wrath.
Could be.
Which practically confirms my theory, because he was sworn to kill Genghis no matter what. Genghis, who was the lazy sloth, was sick of his life, and decided to cleanse himself. He knew his only hope of God letting him return was become a good, wise man. So he changed his name, and he left Earth, hoping to live a better life.
Wait, what?
By the way, I should probably add that Genghis' god name was probably Industria, because that would make more sense when you think about it.
Yeah, because I guess that was his name as a human on Babel, so yeah.
After all, Nezareth's name was and always has been Nezareth. Anyway, Genghis eventually, after thousands of years of traveling, found Sri, a planet that needed leadership. He became the king and made himself a better man. His goal was to be accepted back to God's home after becoming a better person.
So he was a jerk, but then he was like, wait a second, I've been a jerk, and now I'm gonna get locked out of God's kingdom, so I better clean up my act.
However, it was when Genghis was the king of Sri when Nezareth finally found him, after millennia of searching. The wiki says that Nezareth is probably more powerful than Genghis, who only ever manages to defeat his brother with help.
True.
There are two reasons this is the case. Firstly, Nezareth has had a long time to train on his way to reckoning with his brother Genghis.
True.
And of course, Genghis has other things on his mind, like running a nation.
True.
And secondly, Genghis is weaker now. Let me explain. So God, pleased with what Genghis had become, still had one more test for him, before he was ready to allow his son's return. God decided to see what would happen when Genghis' power became reliant upon something. So, God provided Genghis with a staff. It is unclear when...
Interesting. I like this theory. You know, like Genghis has power, but God, you know, wants to test him by, like, I guess, taking his power and putting it into a thing. So he only has access to his power when he has the staff. Bad dollar sign says, "Hey Zach, did you pay money to launch the PCG shop and the PCG wiki?" Good question. Yes, for the shop. The wiki, no. The wiki's free. But the shop, yeah. I did have to pay money for that. Sketchy Penguin says making wikis are free. Yeah, exactly. On Fandom, you can make a wiki for free. It's actually even easier now than it was back in the day. When I first made the PCG wiki, you had to like you couldn't just create a wiki. You had to like show them evidence that there's a community who's interested in the topic, which was kind of hard because back then there really wasn't. You had to you know, like show them like all this stuff. You had to make an argument, you know. And so I had to do all that. And then like less than a year later, they like changed the rules. So it's like, you don't have to do that anymore. And I'm like, is that better? Can you hear me now? When you have to explain why PCGs deserve a wiki and you have all the PCG universe characters backing you up. Yes. But yeah, we can hear you. Excellent. Yeah, apparently I guess I had accidentally pressed the button to turn off the mic. Sorry about that. But now I'm paranoid, so I still want to see make sure that I can hear myself on stream.
Make sure that I can hear myself.
Yeah.
On stream.
Okay.
Make sure that I can hear my.
Shush. Is there any way to launch a website for free? I don't know. I mean, there's some websites you can launch for free, but I don't know. Google it. I haven't really started many websites. But anyway, let's continue.
Genghis got his staff, but it is likely it was shortly after he landed on Sri. Genghis's power became dependent on his staff. He could only use his powers when he had them. This theory is further proved in The Last of the Zeralta, one of Zach's most popular games, set on the planet Sri, when the Zeralta are being overrun by the Kroden. As part of the research, I downloaded the game off the PCG wiki.
Yeah.
PCG shop.
Hats off for research. You know, like actually downloading PCGs off the PCG shop. Kudos for that. That is awesome.
Read the script, hoping to find some clues. Sure enough, I found something in the script that caught my eye. It was on the page where Genghis has just escaped the throne room, and there are Kroden waiting outside to capture him. The script says, "Without your staff, you don't stand a chance," meaning that his staff could be what's making up all his powers now.
Good observation.
Like I said earlier, Genghis can fly, so why didn't he just fly away when he was cornered by the Kroden?
Good question.
Because he needed his staff. This was God's final test for him, to see what would happen when he couldn't always depend on his powers. In Genghis' era, he does seem much less powerful, hence why he is overrun so easily by the Kroden.
True.
It's explained in Balzac Globotron a little in that he used most of his power creating this film.
There are other reasons why he's so easily overrun by the Kroden. Well, your Sketchy Penguin's about to mention one of them, but beyond that, there we are going to go. I mean, there is. I think it's like revealed towards the end of Balzac Globotron. That like the other reason is because the Croton had been suddenly armed with all this, the sphere technology, which is like basically based on the sphere children themselves, and that is sort of like Ginkis's own power. So it's kind of using his own power against him in a way.
Sphere children. But that wouldn't explain it if he still had some of his godlike properties. Like I theorized. I mean, if you compare the Umbrian Sloth to the King of the Shri, Sloth is much more powerful, though he chose not to use said powers for good. Unless there was another force at work, sapping Ginkis's power. So, Ginkis's powers only worked when he had his staff, which now channeled his powers and weakened him, while Nezareth only got stronger. So, what do I think lies in the future for our wizarding friend?
You're a wizard, Ginkis.
Well, it's hard to say. I assume Zach would be the one to continue the story of Ginkis, as he's the one who created the character and likely has a plan for the character.
I do.
I expect at least 2 more Ginkis games, each with certain ideas to them. The first one would be about Ginkis defeating the Croton and
I like how specific this is. I like the specific predictions.
returning to the throne. This game would probably get a surprise twist in the form of Nezareth, who's returned angrier than ever.
See, if I make this game and Nezareth shows up in it, like, is it because I saw this video? Or was that always going to happen? And I ask that question because I honestly don't know. I hadn't thought that far into the future. But now when I make that game, it's like, well,
Underlying theme would be retribution and honor, Ginkis's vengeance, if you will. The second game would be Ginkis's steps to return to his father, completing otherworldly challenges that test his morality and mindset, and probably making amends with his brother to complete his character arc.
I like this. Making amends with his brother and completing his final tests to return home.
Honestly, Ginkis's future could go in a very different direction, but I think his character is developed enough to the point where a final arc for him would just round his character off perfectly. And of course, many more games could be created for him in the point in between his time as Sloth and Ginkis, as maybe his journey from Earth to Shri, and his misadventures in between.
True. There's always space for lots more adventures in the world of Ginkis. And, like he said, I do have a plan for stuff I want to do with Ginkis in the future. But, I would love to see stuff that other people do with Ginkis. I mean, that is super cool. Oh, wait, what did I just do? Ah, shoot. I broke it. Ah! Okay, do I have to refresh? What'd I just do? And sorry, says launching a website is free on most sites. Getting a domain is what costs money. Yeah, true. But,
Which one a little in that there was another force at work, stronger. And to continue the story of Ginkis as he defeating the Croton and returning to the throne. The second game would be
as I was saying, there's lots of space for people to create more games about Ginkis, fleshing out different parts of his backstory. And that's what I like about this character is Ginkis is that as much as, I created him and I, do have plans of what to do with him, he's kind of bigger than me, Ginkis's story is so big that it's just way too big for me alone to create all of it or define all of it. There is always gonna be so much more, there's so much more to explore. And so for that reason, I think he's a perfect character for people from the PCG community to explore. If you guys want to. So yeah, if anyone feels like making games about Ginkis, I am 100% supportive of that. I always I think that would be awesome, and I would love to see him and, talk about him. And yeah.
Ginkis's steps to return to his father, completing otherworldly mindset, and probably making amends with his brother to complete his character arc. Honestly, Ginkus' future could go
I must say, this video is giving me ideas of things to do with Ginkus. I kind of really want to make these games now.
in a very different direction, but I think his character has developed enough to the point where a final arc for him would just round his character off perfectly. And of course, many more games could be created for him in the point in between his time as Sloth and Ginkus, as maybe his journey from Earth to Shri, and his
Wonder how he went from being Sloth to Ginkus. Interesting.
misadventures in between.
There is also one other version of Ginkus in between, which you didn't mention here, which is this one over here, Ganakos. A man named Ganakos lived on the planet Shri well over 1,000 years ago. He had a daughter named Zagori. Yeah, anyway, he has a whole story. Like, he's this guy, Ganakos, and this is like well, I don't know. It's a long time before the Ginkus that we know, like hundreds of years. So, is it the same dude? You know? Sketchy Penguin says, "Oh man, I forgot to mention Ganakos." Oh man. Well, you know, honestly though, I mean, that's the thing about Ginkus. You know, you don't have to mention every version of him. You know, like. It's I mean, I guess the point is, you know, he went like he was this guy, then later he was this guy. And yeah, he was Ganakos in between, you know, but there's so much history to him, that so much lore that, you know, I guess the point is there's a lot to be filled in. So anyway, let's keep going.
There's so much more still to be done with Ginkus and his fascinating character. But what do I know? I'm just a theorist. Thank you all so much for watching today.
But hey, that's just a theory. A paper computer game theory.
Video.
Thanks for watching. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. I know I did that earlier in the stream as well, but you know, listen, how can I not? I'm sorry. Okay, so
Let me know what you think of it in the comment section. We will also take
let him know what we think of it in the comment section. I mean, I already left positive comments, but I'm going to leave another one. Yay, this was a good video. Smiley face. I quite enjoyed this video. I thought it was really well, you know, clearly put a lot of thought and, you know, reading and research into it. Looked for clues in lots of different places. I like the animation style, you know, like having the host with, like, you know, interspersed with, like,
don't you think?
you know, like the embarrassed face, you know, stuff. It's very effective. It's very engaging and watchable. I like that it's a long video. You know, like I was expecting it would probably be like a 3 or 4 minute, you know, video, but you know, you really made a proper game theory. And so this is like, I feel like this is a really strong first, you know, theory video for the channel. And start saying, but hey, that's just a theory. Oh, paper computer game theory. Yes. Arthur Morgan says Pog. Yeah, that's right. Pog indeed. But yeah, I will say, Sketchy Penguin is, like, I'm not going to confirm or deny the theory in general. Sketchy Penguin says, my goal is to keep the theories above 10 minutes long. That's awesome. That is super awesome. I will say, like, yeah, Sketchy Penguin said, like, I expect 2 more games at least. And one of them is going to be the one where Genghis retakes his throne. And another one is going to be like him completing his arc. So it's like the part 2 and part 3. Now, that's part wrong and part right. Because the part that's wrong is that the next Genghis game has sort of, been announced like a while ago, though, so you probably don't even know about it. So, I mean, which makes it the perfect time to point it out right now. I will tell you, this is, wait, I did make this video, right? I'm not crazy, right? The lives of Genghis, wait, that exists, right? What if I just search Genghis? Maybe that was a mistake. I made too many videos with Genghis in them. But I know it exists, right? PCG Theorist, that intro was so epic. I know. It was a really good intro. I thoroughly approve. Wait, what's your outro like?
That just isn't possible to piece together. So much more. So much for watching today's video. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section. We will also take suggestions for future theories. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you made it this far, put a penguin emoji in the comment section. PCG you later.
Yeah, PCG you later. Yeah. Oh, hey, Void Dev X1, how's it going? Oh, that video's unavailable. Because this channel only has one other video besides this one. That's this video. But, yeah. I feel like I'm crazy. Didn't I make... Wait, you know what? I think it was one of the, Sketchy Penguin says we don't have an outro yet, but Compaq made one and it should be there for the next video. Oh, awesome, Sketchy. That is super cool. I can't wait to see it. Oh, hey, Techno Zombies Apocalypse. How's it going? How's the techno? Can you react to my video? Sure. Techno Zombies Apocalypse is the other PCG channel that was inspired by the same video that PCG Theory was. But you still haven't made a well, look, a channel for Techno Zombies. I'm a fan of the mask. I'm working on a new video. Yeah, how's it going?
This channel is possible by you and Zach's video about 9 channels that should exist or something.
Oh, hey, that's me.
Credits to Zach, by the way.
Oh, hey, that's me. Thanks for the shout out.
It's very bad. But let me tell you a fact or leak. The first video is all about all the games and comics and everything.
Whoa.
And bye.
That is pretty cool. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the first video for that. Like, the first, content video. That is super awesome to have a channel all about techno zombies. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing, what you do with it. Yeah, so like you said, the first video is going to be about all the games. Like, what are you gonna do with that? Bad dollar sign says, how is the rich kid rich? New was a homeless dude. Oh, whoa. That's a deep lore cut. I'm surprised you know that, bad dollar sign. But, by the way, bad dollar sign, do I know you from a different, username? Like, Or are you, or do I not know you? Techno Zombie says comments got turned off for some reason. That sucks. But yeah, how is the rich kid rich? Like, what he's talking about is, if we go to the article on the rich kid, right? Now, the rich kid is he's a villain in Chris's PCGs for most, for the entire series. And he recently appeared in Chris's game PCG Anniversary Special 2. Here he is flying on jetpacks, ready to shoot me. There I am, like, gotta fight him. He's rich, but how can he be so rich if he called himself Neo? So yeah, this is a little known fact, is that he was originally called Neo, meaning new, and that was a nickname given to him by Zuvak. But see, he was originally a homeless kid. So you are correct, bad $sign. Oh, I changed my name. It was Sohem Ram. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. So, he was Neo, but then Zuvak tempted him into being evil, right? He was as Neo, he was a poor kid, but he was principled, right? And so Zuvak was calling him, like, trying to get him to do stuff for him. This was when Zuvak was working for the company. And at first Neo was all like, "Oh, I won't do anything unethical," right? Even if it gets me money. But then Zuvak, tempted him and like, hey, you deserve it. Like, why should, since you're so ethical, why should you suffer and live on the street while everyone else who acts worse than you, gets way more? And he's like, you're right. And so he gets angry and he's like, from now on, I'm going to take whatever I want. And so that's why he took the new name of the rich kid. Sketchy Penguin says, can you react to the MPP Marathon Week wiki page I made? Okay. Magic Paper Productions Marathon Week is a week of new things released every day starting January 24th, going to January 30th, hosted by Magic Paper Productions. The marathon is inspired by Eldritch Theater's Bone Week. That's awesome. Below is a list of products being released. On Monday, Alien Trek will be released on the PCG shop. Woot woot! Can't wait for that. The first game, The Legend of Grand Fresnel, was really good, so really want to play the second game. Tuesday, the premium membership is released on the Magic Paper Productions Discord. Wednesday, Chateau de Mystère will be released on the PCG shop. That one I'm a little bit skeptical of. I'm going to believe that when I see it. Like, releasing two major PCGs onto the PCG shop within a day of each other, that is a feat. I will be very impressed if that happens. Not to say you're not capable. I think you're definitely capable. I just, knowing life, life rarely lets these things happen, unfortunately. But hopefully, that would be awesome. Like I said, Thursday, Escape Room Level 2 will be released in Game Room Escape Room on the PCG Discord. Dang. Friday, The Odyssey Continues will be released on the PCG shop. 3 PCGs in a week. I'm going to be very impressed if this happens. And very pleased. Saturday, Techno Zombie Survival of the Fittest will be released on the PCG shop. 4 major PCGs and a mini PCG. Oh, that is a lot. Sunday, Unknown Game Release. Man. Man, oh man. And Starry says, Zuvak, why are we still here? Poor kid. Just to suffer? Rich kid. Grrr. Void Dev X1 says, I'm working on a trailer for DNA. That's awesome. Like, that's going to be super cool. Sketchy Penguins. Oh, wait. And sorry, says schedule kind of sus. It is the complete opposite of my upload schedule. LMAO. Well, your upload schedule, I mean, you haven't uploaded in a while, have you? And sorry, unless I have been missing out. 8 months ago. Yeah, so yeah, I guess it is the complete opposite. Well, I mean, I guess anything is the complete opposite, because the complete opposite of 0 videos is more than 0 videos. Void DevX1 says, and story be like, brr, turtle. Sketchy Penguin says, I've also completed the Techno Zombies and Alien Trek, so I'm just waiting for the marathon. Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense. And sorry says, in terms of uploads, I have none. Fair enough. Gotta, get back in the game. I shouldn't say that. I mean, I think a lot of people are, their schools are being eaten by high school right now. So, I totally get that. In fact, my school is being eaten by work right now. But, well, no, that's not true. That's not true. I shouldn't say that because, my soul is not being eaten. I have a cool job. I really like my job. It's the kind of job that's, actually fun. It's legitimately a good job. But Techno Zombies Apocalypse says Techno Zombie game? Yeah, he's making a Techno Zombie game. And sorry says, dang it, don't you hate it when your school gets eaten by your school? I know, so annoying. Freaking school self-cannibalism. But yeah, I have a good job. I get to be creative. I get to do presentations for lots of people, which is lots of fun. But yeah, it eats my time. That's what I meant. It's hard to get stuff done when you have a job. But that being said, I'm very lucky. My job requires a lot less time of me than most jobs. Techno Zombies Apocalypse says, yes, now I have content. Yes, content for Techno Zombies Apocalypse. Sketchy Penguin says, my Techno Zombies was a challenge by Eldritch Theater. You know what this stream is lacking is music. I'm not hearing the music. Am I the only one not hearing the music? I feel like I'm not hearing the music. Is there some reason for that? Why am I not hearing the music? That's so weird. If I press play on one of, say, Anstarry's videos, like Dragon Hatchery TCG, arbitrarily, then I'm gonna hear sound, right? Yeah, anyway, clapping interlude aside. Sketchy Penguin says, gotta go, thanks for reacting to my stuff. You're very welcome, thanks for making stuff for me to react to. See ya, Sketchy Penguin. Alright, I'm closing VLC and reopening it, because clearly something ain't going right. Get out of my face. It is definitely not working. That is less than ideal. Okay. Techno Zombies Apocalypse says I'm planning on making a video series called Techno Series. That's awesome. I mean, Techno Theory. Oh, cool. Oh, man, so you guys can compete. You know, who can make the best. Oh, no. You know what? Your channels could actually collaborate. Like, that would be interesting. Like, maybe, you could collaborate and make because, I've seen that happen a lot, where two channels, have content on the same thing. Like, for example, this channel, Monster Maze, makes like theory videos about like Zelda games. And some of his theories, you know, he collaborates with other channels that also make Zelda theories, you know? And like the way they do it is, I don't know if I can find one easily here. What if I control F? Where'd that go? All right. Well, yeah. The way they do it is like they would have like both channels will cover a different aspect of the same theory. Like, for example, one will talk about, you know, how I don't know, how Hyrule is actually a post-apocalyptic world, and the other one will talk about how the world got that way. So it's like both like two interlinked theories or one big theory, but each channel is covering a different version of it. And at the end of each of their videos, they say, but hey, if you want to find out more about this thing, you know, check out the video on the other channel. You know, I don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool. I would love to see a collab. Not to, you know, make you guys collab or anything, but I've been talking about it for a week now with MPP and DMs. Oh, that's awesome. Bad dollar sign says, I know Anstarry way before the PCG days. I just watched his 3DS video. Awesome. Anstarry says, oh no, my dark past. Oh, what skeletons has Anstarry got in the metaphorical closet? But yeah. Talking about school eating your school, by which I mean not having time to make PCG and paper game videos. I'm starting to adapt to that by you know, making more live streams. Like, I'm gonna try and do PCG news as a live stream. I don't know if that's gonna work, but it's worth a try, because if I can do it, that would mean I would actually be able to get back into making PCG news. And I think I'm gonna actually legitimately try doing that tomorrow. Would anybody watch PCG news tomorrow if I were to do it live? And Story says, dark backstory leads to a villain arc, guys. I might be heading on the path of destruction. Uh-oh. Anstarry villain arc upcoming. Anstarry says, I started cross-country and stress fractured my tibia, which is cool. That doesn't sound very cool. Like, tibias are not a good thing to fracture. Also, tibia is the Spanish word for warm, so that makes it even less good. Okay, I'll stop. But seriously, I hope your tibia gets better. That is bad to hear. Anstarry. All right, welcome back, Void Dev X1. By the way, Anstarry. Anstarry says yes, Saturday is cool. Awesome. Anstarry, in case you're not aware, since you haven't been here for a while, so the PCG Wiki kind of absorbed the paper games wiki. So now it is like it's now has paper game content on it. And as such, there's now a lot more like Anstarry content on it as well, because I believe, like, in particular, because I believe someone in the community was going around and like going on an Anstarry wikiing rampage. That's not Anstanti I was writing, but it's Anstarry. There we go. Anstarry says, I think I saw something about that. That's sick. Yeah, I know, right? Not sure if you mean sick in the good way or in the bad way, but Either way, I agree. um, even though that's contradictory, that statement, but you know, whatever. I'm going for it. Oh God. I'm Ed Starry. Yak impersonating Ed Starry. I mean, I guess that's accurate, right? I mean, I guess that must be what Ed Starry sounds like. Void Devic Swan said I made the page Isaac Cruz. Cool. And Starry says, obviously, I mean sick in the bad way. Totally, definitively, positively. I wonder where this quote is from. I do know that when I was playing a PCG with Yak, he had like on his channel. Let's see. Let's like look that up real fast. Wait, let's go over here. And it's Pat Dan Draws. This one right over here. Which is the one where we play Turtle Eaters VX. There we go. Yeah, so in this video, this is the one where Anstarry is the villain. Anstarry is like the villain, like I play as Yak, and I have to like get past him. And he definitely says that all the time. I'm Anstarry. And he's like, and he's trying to like maniacally just like, yeah. Yeah, there's Anstarry. Just trying to like maniacally eat turtles, and you have to save the turtles from Anstarry, which is, you know, very accurate to real life. Anstarry says sub to Pat Dan Draws to become epic. I concur with this. He has 20 subscribers. Unacceptable. He requires more. You should go sub to him. Look how good he is. He only made a few videos, and already his videos look better than mine. He's got like his nice art over here in the corner. He's got like this moving like background. He's so good. And then he stopped making videos, which sucks. But you know, my hope is we can like and sub him into making more videos. However, he did say he wants to, you know, devote more of his time to making stuff, you know, just PCG stuff in general, or like stuff for this channel. So I don't know if that's still the case. So if so, awesome. You know, I definitely welcome the help. Like my current channel banner art is by him, because once again, he's really talented and a great PCG fan / artist / whatever. So yeah, awesome. Zach, make a one-page PCG on stream. Okay. Okay, so like this is you, right? And like here you are. All right, let me mount this over here so you can like kind of see a little bit better. Yeah, okay. That's you. And here's the floor. And there's a box over here. There's also a ladder going up here. There's a higher floor. There's a circle over here. And the goal is to escape out. Well, first of all, you have to go up this ladder. And there's another platform up here, which has a door on it. And the goal is to get out this door. But, see, here's the thing. You have to get past... Wait, sorry. This camera is too close. Here, let me zoom out and show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Box over here, circle over here, door over there. You have to get to the door. But the problem is... you know, how do you open the door, right? And to do that, you have to do something with the box and something with the circle. So what do you do? What do you do? That is the question. So anyway, one-page PCG made. And Story says, yeah, Yak is really good at drawing. I know. He's intense. And Story says, and Story says, the stick figure is floating, which insinuates that I can fly. So I fly to the door with fashion and pull a key out of my mouth to unlock it. Yeah, so see, the thing about that is that you can't actually fly. You were just like, this is just like a snapshot of this single moment when you like hopped a little bit up. So when you try to fly over, you fall on your face and die. Good try though. Also, trying to hack up a key out of your mouth also kills you. So that's a double death. So yeah, you're dead. You better like try saving game. And Sorry says, I tend to keep keys in my esophagus. Yeah, I'm sure. And Sorry says, well, I learned to fly with my epic skills. Okay, I'm going to say that you practice flying a little bit by jumping off the thing. Man, I'm going to hold this up so y'all can see it. Yeah, okay. So you practice flying a little bit by jumping off the box. And Sorry says, just flap your arms. It isn't that hard, right? Physics don't fail me now. That's true. It isn't that hard. Like, if you can flap your arms fast enough, you can fly. The only question is, can you flap your arms fast enough? And the answer is, let's find out. How fast must you flap your arms to fly? Okay. And the fastest, okay. I estimate it would take 127,200 beats per second to lift a 150-pound man. So, I'm going to say you are a little bit less than that. So it probably takes less than 127,200 flaps per second to lift you off your feet. The question is, can you move your arms that many times? It's a parrot. So as a human with physiology, you need to lose a lot of weight or grow or design very light, strong wings. And Story says, 127,200 beats per second is nothing. I average 1 million in my sleep. Really? Actually, that's a lie. I don't sleep because my school got eaten by my school. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. That is what I thought. So yeah, man, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, you were trying to beat this PCG. So yeah, okay, you know what? I'm going to say it works, because you have so much practice, flying. I will give it to you. You do fly 127,200 beats per second, and you are able to fly. So you fly up to the door, and then you still die when you try to hack up the key from your esophagus because you hack too hard and you die. Techno Zombies Apocalypse says, everybody sub to Techno Zombie Apocalypse and PCG Theory. Woo! Yeah, do it. It's not a trap. Hashtag like, comment, like, man, I don't do self promotion as or at least I try not to, but you guys fool me into it half the time. But I do seem to do promotion of your guys' channels. It's kind of nice to have the freedom to be able to tell people to subscribe, even though it's not to me. Like, it's nice to be able to say to subscribe to somebody, you know? And Story says, I look what's in the box. Good question. So you go up to this here, box, and you open it up and you look inside of it. And inside of it is a key. And yeah, okay, so yeah, there's a key in there. So what do you do? Techno Zombies Apocalypse says a comment, which I will disregard. And Starry says hashtag like, comment, subscribe. No, not reading it. Oh wait. Social media. It's a trap. Arthur says suscribirse a juegos de computadora en papel. We gonna Spanish promote the channel now? Man. And Story says I swallow the key and regurgitate it when I get to the door and unlock it. Exposed. Oh my god. Okay. So Anstarry, you swallow the key, and when you get to the door, you try to regurgitate it, but as previously established, you have a weak esophagus, so when you try to get it up, you choke on it and you die. And Starry says, me llamo Anstarry, yo hablo muy bueno español. Ay, pero qué bueno. Ustedes hablan español mejor. Mejor que todo. So for those not in the know, Arthur Morgan said in Spanish, subscribe to Juegos de Computadora is like games of paper. No, games of computer on paper is literally what that is. But, you know, obviously paper computer games. And then Anstarry said, me llamo Anstarry, yo hablo muy bueno español. That's, my name is Anstarry. I speak very good Spanish. Techno Zombies Apocalypse says, I don't know Spanish, I know Russian. That is pretty cool. That's pretty cool, Techno Zombies Apocalypse. Techno Zombies Apocalypse says, Privyet Zach. I probably mangled that. I do not know how to speak Russian. I apologize if I did. Bad $sign says, I know Hindi. I love how people, you know, in the community know so many different languages. There's people from all over the world. It's so cool. Are into PCGs and paper games and all that good stuff. But yeah, I speak Spanish a little bit, not as good, not like actually speak it, but like, you know, I could hold a conversation, you know, I could hold a conversation, you know. And Starry says, I pray to the gods that they give me a stronger esophagus. Okay, well, the gods laugh and don't. So what do you do? Arthur says, Soyuz Nerushimi Respublik Svobodki. I don't know how to pronounce that. Man, too many consonants in a row. And Starry says, classic and Starry. Techno Zombies Apocalypse says, it means hello, Zach. Awesome. Bad $sign says, wait, I'm typing your name right, Zach. Yeah, you're good. And Starry says, well, I pray more and offer my bladder a small price to pay for salvation. Okay, that's a very good idea. I like that thinking a lot, but the gods are not terribly impressed they do appreciate the offer, and then they don't give you anything else in return. Because, see, you know, that's faith. You just got to be faithful, and, you know, just regardless, like, if you're expecting something in return, it's not faith, right? So the gods just laugh and thank you for your faith, and just don't give it to you. So also, you die for ripping out your bladder, but you know, good try there though. So what do? And sorry says, "Dang it, I got scammed." Yeah, yeah, that's right. Techno Zombies Apocalypse says, "Privyet papor computer gamias." Nice. I hope you guys are all having a laugh at how my awful pronunciations of Russian. And sorry says, "I donate the random circle on the PCG." Wait, what? What do you mean? The random circle? You donate the random circle on the PCG? Wait, what? Привет, Joring. Yeah, I don't know. Bad dollar sign says, "What is the goal of the PCG?" Right. So the goal of the PCG is to get inside this here door. You see, that's you. You're here at the bottom, and there's like a ladder over here, and you got to get over this here, you know, ball, and yeah. What do you do? Arthur says, "I can speak English, American, Australian, Canadian, and New Zealander." Yeah, because those are all the same language. English, American. American isn't a language. Australian isn't a language. They speak English. It's funny. I can also speak all those languages. What a coincidence. I mean, I guess if you think about it, I can also speak, you know, Mexican and Costa Rican and Venezuelan and Spanish. And Starry says, "I offer the circle on the second floor to the gods and start running in circles, chanting, hoo, 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 while stomping my feet. I use the keys to carve a circle around the circle and hail to it." Okay, so the gods are this time very impressed with your work. You are clearly very devoted, and they appreciate the which is, you know, a well-known turtle eating sign, and they appreciate that, you know, because it, you know, it jives with their, you know, level of lack of caring for living beings. So they appreciate that, and then they still don't help you. And yeah, you're back at square one. What do? Oh man, I think I'm gonna have to call it a night fairly soon, in the next few minutes, just because I'm very tired. I work today, and, you know, got to work tomorrow. But, you know, like I said, I am going to try and do PCG News live tomorrow. So you guys should all, you know, be here, you know, if you can. Probably tomorrow night, around the same time, you know. And Sorry says, "I don't appreciate the gods' appreciation because I don't eat turtles." Well, you know, I don't know. Maybe you should stop, you know, sacrificing things to them then. Bad dollar sign says, "Wait, how do I win?" You have to get to the door. This door right over here. This is the goal. Get to the door. Well, not just get to the door. If you get inside that door, you win the game. That's the goal. Simple as that. And Sorry says, "The social hierarchy has me on top, and the gods are second to me, so they gotta know who's boss." Well, if you're on top, then you can definitely make your own esophagus eat the key, can't you? I mean, you don't really need their help then, like, right? I mean, you gotta put them in their place. Yeah, I mean, yeah, what? Please do. Like, go for it. If you can find a way to put them in their place, then I'm all ears. Arthur Morgan says someone should make a Wild West PCG. Yeah, it's never been tried. It's never been done. Do it. That'd be awesome. Oh man. Super tired. I kind of did a live stream before this too. I was for work. I had to do I was co-hosting though, so it wasn't as intense. But I did have to answer questions from chat for work. Only I wasn't the only, like, someone else was doing the presentation and I was just handling some of the questions. And Starry says, I stand on the 3rd floor and suddenly unlock the door. I had found out my superpower, which is the ability to unlock any door while on the 3rd floor of a building while phrasing the gods. Wait, what? Whoa. I'm just like that. That sentence just like broke my brain. And isn't that really what phrasing the gods really means anyway? So I feel like that may have been a little bit successful. And Starry says, if you're tired, you should probably go sleep and practice flying with your arms. Well, wouldn't it be like one or the other? Like, it's kind of hard to practice flying with my arms while sleeping. I mean, but that is a good point, though. Arthur Morgan says, oh, wait, Oregon Trail was a Wild West PCG. Yes, that is true. Who made Oregon Trail again? Was that, what is wrong with my internet? Come on. Internet work. Bad dollar sign says, oh, okay, so there was a key in the box, which I used to open the door. All right, it works. The door is open. What do? Do you go inside the door? And Starry says, well, howdy, partner. Fancy seeing you around here. And Sketchy Penguin says, I'm back only to ask when Ann Starry will post again. Well, Ann Starry's school is being eaten by his school, so, I don't know. Like, when does everybody's semester end, by the way? I mean, how much of a, like, I guess it's just probably, like, usually get, like, a couple weeks break between winter and spring, right? Is that how that works? I don't know. I never went to high school, so, I wouldn't know. I was homeschooled until college. I did go to college. So like 100% of my school related activities or like knowledge comes from college. When people talk about like, oh, such and such is in the 3rd grade. And I'm like, what does that mean? What's a grade? How old is the 3rd grade? Like, what are we talking about? If I hear 3rd grade, does that mean they're a 3-year-old? Probably not. And sorry, says post on what? I have yet to make a YouTube channel. Dang it. That is unfortunate. That is you should do that, Ann Starry. Somehow I feel like if you were to post any YouTube videos, just hypothetically, I feel like they'd get a lot of views. I don't know what gives me that impression, but I just have some kind of a weird feeling. I have no idea what it could be, but just something, something makes me feel like if my computer would load, yeah, like something gives me this feeling like if you were, just hypothetically, if you were to make videos, they might get some views. You know, maybe even like 1.7 thousand views, or 1.1 thousand views, or 1.5 thousand views, or 3.7 thousand views. I've been ignoring chat. And Story says, I have winter break, which starts on the 23rd, I think, and it lasts like 1 to 2 weeks. That sucks. Then spring break, which starts in like March or April and lasts 1 to 2 weeks. Then end of school year for me is June. All right, cool. Techno Zombies Apocalypse says, winter break's already started for me. Woo! Yeah! Arthur Morgan says, I'm hunting bisons on a Roblox game and its carcass is having seizures. That is not great for the bison. And Story says, hypothetically, and this is purely skeptical, if I did make a YouTube channel, then I would start to work on another video in about a couple weeks. Well, I mean, if that were to hypothetically happen, hypothetically, it might be pretty cool. Like, hypothetically speaking, of course. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, weren't we checking out all the Anstarry content? I got distracted from that. Yeah, there's like more Anstarry like paper game content on the wiki now, like ooh assassin and golf, but bad. So yeah, feel free to add more information about any of these games on the wiki for those in the audience who are Anstarry fans, as you all should be, since you know if such a channel were to exist hypothetically, for some reason I feel like it might have good content on it. Wait, the school hasn't opened for me yet, so good for you, bad $sign. And sorry says, oh my god, the 7 paper games a day for a week video gave me the worst paper game burnout. Oh no. That Sketchy Penguin says, I mean, they were very... Hey, Sketchy Penguin's back! Welcome back, Sketchy Penguin! I feel like I'm progressively breaking my voice in this live stream. So, is my music, you know, like, still not gonna work? Is that just how this is gonna go? I guess that's just how this is gonna go. I guess we just can't have nice things. You know what we could do though? We could like search for it on YouTube. That's Velma from Scooby-Doo. Sketchy Penguin says, whoa, that's loud. I started out and made a bunch of PCGs when I rejoined the community and got kind of burned out. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Don't burn yourself out. Avoid burnout. Burnout is bad. But then again, it's also the necessary price of making like 30,000 PCGs in 1 week. So then again, burn yourself out as much as you like. Have fun, kids. It's a free world, you know? Hashtag YOLO, you know? That might be dating myself a little bit, but, you know, hashtag YOLO, whatever. Date yourself as much as you like. It's a free world, you know? So yeah. Free country, I mean. What am I talking about? Free world. I guess it's a free world too, you know? You do live only once, regardless of which world you're in. And Story says hashtag YOLO. Yeah. So yeah. Hashtag single Pringle, but not really. Single Pringle. Man, now that's making me hungry for Pringles. Alright, so first of all, this is on way too high quality. Let's put this down to 144p. I don't know what's wrong with my internet, but hopefully that helps. Arthur Morgan says hashtag eat turtles. Oh no. No hashtag eat turtles thing. Assassin is a paper game created by Ansari for a paper game challenge in which he created a game every day for a week. The main character, Assassin, is an assassin with rings for arms that can throw an exceptionally far punch. Nice. Sketchy Penguin says, Zach, don't stop streaming. I'm free for a while and bored, and this is fun. But I'm tired. I'm tired, though. Like, Ansari says, did you know Pringles aren't legally allowed to be marketed as potato chips because they're actually dry potato crumbs pressed into Pringle shapes? I did not know that, but why wouldn't that qualify as a potato chip? I mean, if they're it's a chip and it's made of potato, so it's a potato chip. I mean, true, you didn't make it by like taking a slice of a potato, but still, if there's potato in it, I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends what you define as a potato chip. Tangent, that just gave me a thought. Like, what if someone were to create a series of paper... hold on a second. Be right back. Sorry, I'm back. Let's rebel and take over the YouTube channel. Oh no. Oh no, I'm back. I've disrupted your rebellion before it even formed. Y'all thought you could come in here and I was like, no. No. I came back in here and everyone was like gathering arms and I just came in and like, you know, got the arms and like poked you in the face with them and, you know, I don't know. Prevented your rebellion. Void's got to go. All right, thanks for joining, Void. It's a good time. But yeah, I had the idea. Like we were talking about, cause my slip, I said paper chips instead of potato chips. I was thinking like, what about a series of paper computer games called Paper Chips? Each chip is a game. It's kind of like the same premise as my Fig Newtons series. Fig Newtons where each like thing is like written, like each comic is drawn on a Post-it note and it's just one little super tiny thing, and it's not even anything hard. It's not supposed to be challenging. It's just a super simple thing. But this, we would call it Paper Chips. And it like, I don't know, maybe somehow you could get like papers that are like shaped like chips or whatever, and then just draw PCGs on them. I don't know if that's possible. Ansari says, we were collecting our resources for the rebellion. I mean, gathering info for the wiki. Yeah, I'm sure that's what was happening over here. Sketchy Penguin says, if potato chips are sliced potatoes, then turtle chips must be sliced turtles. I mean, that does follow. That does follow. That is logic, hashtag logic right over there. Yeah, let's look up if there's anything like paper in the shape of potato chips. If my internet decides to work today. And Starry says, wait, I just had a pretty cool idea. So someone in the PCG universe was really strong, but he was super bored. So one day he just decided to drop a jar of marbles on the ground, and he made each of those marbles. You should make a PCG ideas wiki page for the community to make a pool for PCG ideas that anyone can use. Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, don't we already have like a Discord channel for that? But yeah, that is a good idea to have a wiki page for it as well. So yeah, let's do that. Oh my god, that is super annoying. Music starting and stopping. A paper game a day. Oh, that's why this is your last video, because you got burned out. Oh, that makes sense. Anyway, let's let it load for a second. New page. PCG ideas. See all these red link stuff? Those are like articles that are red, meaning they don't exist, but they're linked. The reason they're showing up here is because they're linked to on a bunch of other pages. So it's like trying to tempt you into clicking on one of them and creating it. Like, hey, you, psst. Do you know what Aqua Stripe is? Well, then come write the article. Like that's what the wiki is doing right now. My internet is just the worst right now. Kind of mini simulation of a different world. Arthur Morgan says, I'll take a potato chip and eat it. Oh no. The Discord ideas channel is for theory video ideas mainly. No, but there's a different one. On the like not the ideas, not the video ideas channel. There's a PCG ideas channel. Sketchy Penguin. Oh, I hate my internet. Why is it so bad? So each marble. Okay, so wait. Someone in the PCG universe was really strong but super bored. So one day he decided to drop a jar of marbles on the ground, and he made each of those marbles. So each marble becomes a simulation where they're suspended in space, and they all have their own timeline, so to speak. But when the marbles hit the ground, the simulation ends. Whoa. Hashtag, that's deep. I don't know, you guys. Death Note reference, Pog? I haven't seen Death Note, so I don't know. My knowledge of Death Note entirely comes from the film theory video on it. But yeah, internet work. But yeah. Whoa. Yeah, but I like that idea. I'm sorry, that is really cool. That is like super like deep and like I dig it. And Discord is just really just, you know, not gonna load. Post your PCG ideas here. Exclamation point. Let's make a heading for PCG. Let's make a bulleted list. And we're done. Assuming my internet works, that will hypothetically, you know, save. So they're like different chapters set in different worlds for each marble, but they all end tragically because of this one board guy who dropped a marble jar. Oh no. That freaking guy. He just ruined everything for everyone, didn't he? That marble dropper. Sketchy Penguin says, I've been watching a lot of game theory videos as part of research on how to format a theory video. Oh, that's really cool. I like how much effort you're putting into this. That is really cool. And I think, you know, the fact that you take this so seriously is, you know, a big part of the reason why, you know, the channel is so cool. It's off to a really, really good start. And Story says, hey, Zach, are you also an avid member of the I swear my router is made out of tinfoil, but it isn't club? Yes. Sketchy Penguin says, let me go add some of my ideas that I couldn't pull off, but someone else might be able to. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Let's do that. Thank you guys. All right. So, my brain is like falling out of my head right now. And come to think of it, it is getting close to 1 a.m. here. And I do have to work tomorrow. So I probably should get some sleep. I mean, probably, right? But you guys should all get back here tomorrow for PCG news. And that'll be better. I can stay up later then if I need to. Because, like, I don't have to work the next day after that. It's just tomorrow I have to work. So, yeah. Thank you. Thanks for watching, you guys. You guys are the best. And Story, thanks for coming back. I haven't seen you in forever. Like, so welcome back. Obviously you don't have a hypothetical YouTube channel, but if hypothetically in an alternate universe you were to make any videos in the upcoming future, that would hypothetically be cool. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, you guys. You guys are the best. This was a lot of fun, as always. And PCG, yeah, later.